President Emmerson Mnangagwa's political allies and cash-rich cronies, making money through corrupt patronage rather than entrepreneurship, are now invoking a fossilized 18th century doctrine, the divine right to rule during the age of absolutism, to justify his bid to extend his tenure to 2030 beyond his 2028 second term constitutional limit. Sarapina mashoko kudaita kupana pane the news ox panauye corruption in succession. Don't subscribe or like it on the bell. Continue now. Mwenda Wanyora GT. Mnangagwa is currently trying to extend his rule to 2030 through unconstitutional means, which entail subverting the constitution by avoiding a referendum that is required to amend provisions extending his tenure, subtly circumventing term limits. ZANU-PF is arguing that it is not removing term limits but extending length of the term, a fallacious argument based on sophistry, a clever but false rationale intended to deceive. Mnangagwa's presidential investment advisor, Paul Tungwarara, is seen here claiming that being a president is a divine act, implying absolute rule by God's will and attendant lack of accountability. The doctrine that leaders are divine or rule by the will of God is known as the divine right of kings. It was most prominent in Europe during the 16th to 18th centuries, the age of absolutism, until a disruptive critical historical juncture, the French Revolution, which changed the situation. Yet in Zimbabwe, the ancient discredited notion still has takers and hawkers in ZANU-PF like Tungwarara and others. Doma shukanachi komindo panapa aiwa in the news of panel the succession vachionekwa kunzi nauye ku extenda team yemutungamiri wenyika sezvekuita uko panguva ino naTungwarara vachini mutungamiri wenyika atonyanya kugonesa basa aiwa tingatokwanisa kutoextenda team yake anosvika kuna 2050 amen. Board them raise Zimbabwe pamusoro madevelopments hour. Inakomesa kuchemedza funguro enyu, subscribe or like, check on the bell icon.